Wow. First off, thanks for your patience. That's special out there, and did not want to rush off the field. And so proud of this team. Coming here was a big move personally and professionally, and just had a vision of what tonight would look like. And I wanted these guys to experience that so bad. And this is about the players, and whether it's culture, team, buy-in, connectedness, whether it's baseball, there's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears put in the bucket over the 700 whatever days we've been here, and they're champions, and really excited to go to Omaha and chase a national championship with them. And if they are in character, we're going to have a great chance to do that.
Okay, we're going to go to questions to student athletes. Please direct your questions to the specific student athlete. We'll go right here in the front first.
Yeah, this is for Riley. Tonight was y'all's longest scoreless streak by relievers in an SEC game this year against an SEC team. Can you talk about y'all coming up clutch like that in that situation? You had to shut them down?
It felt great to do, and if I'd say if we had a crutch all year, it'd be the bullpen, and it was just good to show that that's not our crutch and that we can hold our own.
Okay, back right over here, guys.
Chessa Boucher with WVLA here in Baton Rouge. Cade, your last AB at the box. I mean, not your last, but your last in the box, and you hit a 3-run bomb. What did it mean to you to go out like that?
It means everything. I was just so happy we won the game today, and in that at bat, I was just trying to hit a fly ball to center field, and ended up getting a good pitch over the heart of the plate, and put a good swing on it, and that gave us a lead, and that's what I was really excited about. Anytime you have momentum in postseason is huge, and it was on our side after that, and that's what I was really excited about.
Okay, fall left over here, guys.
Dylan, it seemed to everyone watching you in the ninth inning, with bases loaded in a tense game, that you'd come up and it would be a situation like that. What did it seem like to you after all the walks and everything, and knowing your team needed a really big hit at that time to try to put away a scrappy team like Kentucky?
Yeah, I was just trying to, really control myself during that AB. There's a lot of emotions and a lot of things going on in that type of, situation. So, through all my training, with our mental coaches here, and Coach Jay's really helped me out with this too. Just really controlling myself, controlling my breath, really. And I was just trying to get a good pitch to hit going up there. I walked I think 4 times previously, so just trying to get something good to hit, not trying to expand, and I was able to do that and score 2 runs for the team. So it was awesome. Just really passing it on to the next guy. It was good.
Okay, guys, right in the front here.
Dylan, you expressed to me on the field that you were nervous in that at-bat. Have you ever been nervous here at all?
Yeah, I have before. No, I'm not going to lie. I'm nervous for every at-bat, really, it's just through all my training, really, like I said, I was really just able to control myself and control my breathing, and, it didn't make it any better when my walk-up song was playing, but it was fun. It was awesome, and it was good. Yeah, I think, a spark hit us late in this year, which is a great timing, and we're just got to keep moving forward with this momentum we have.
Far left front.
Yeah, I guess kind of building on that, just for Riley, can maybe speak for the pitchers, and then Dylan maybe for the position guys. Just, do you guys feel like you're playing at your peak? It really felt like this weekend, last 2 weeks, you guys have really put together some really solid baseball overall.
I think we are firing on all cylinders right now. Everything's clicking, and I think it's all the hard work we've been doing the whole year, and it just finally coming together.
Yeah, no doubt. Like I said, I think there's just a little spark that hit. When we lost the tournament, we just really got together, and told everybody it's time to go. And I think we could definitely see the shift in our approaches and our mental approaches. So it's been great. Been good.
Dylan, I saw you shared a really long embrace with Tommy White, who you barely even knew last year. Yeah. So can you talk about how your relationship with him and how that's morphed throughout the season?
Yeah, I love Tommy, man. He's awesome. Just a great kid, great kid. One of the best hitters I've ever seen in my entire life, and to come here with all the expectations that he has and had, and to see what he's what he's been doing here at LSU with all all the fans and all the expectations, like I said. But it's been awesome to see, and he's a guy next year. So we're just all three of us are going to pass the torch on to him, and yeah, I'm excited to see what he does in the future.
Okay, again in the front.
Yeah, Cade, your last home game, and you start the party with a home run. You talk about that hit. I think it was an 0-2 pitch.
Yeah, it was an 0-2 heater right down the middle, and that guy was doing a really good job of sinking and running the ball away from lefties, and finally got one that I could stay behind and just put a good swing on. And I don't know what really happened after that. I'd be lying to you if I told you I remember. I kind of blacked out. So once I saw the ball go over the fence, I kind of just blacked out.
Right here in the front, please. Need a mic right here in the blue.
Dylan, when interviewing Skeens, he said that you were one of the reasons why he came to LSU. What are your thoughts on Paul and, just that statement?
Yeah, he's the best pitcher I've ever seen in my life. To see what he's been doing here at LSU, it's been remarkable. I don't think that kid should be here. I think he should be pitching for a major league team right now. I've learned so much from that guy. Just a mental approach, how he carries himself every day. It's been awesome to play alongside of him, man. And I'm really excited and very proud of him, and just really looking forward to see what he does in the future. It's gonna be awesome for him.
Riley, you came in as a transfer last year, and there were a bunch more transfers this year. What is it about this team that is able to make those transfers like you feel at home?
I know for me, right when I got here, I felt welcome and felt at home, and the others I'm sure feel that way too. And I think that's just what we're able to do, and help us win.
Front left.
Yeah, I mean, Riley, you're probably in a pretty unique position here, of being one of the only guys who's made this trip and made it with Coach. Just, I guess, what do you tell the guys in the next couple of days about what to expect, and just from that experience you had a couple of years ago?
It's still just baseball, 9 innings, and just a game at a time, and don't look too far ahead.
Anything else for the student athletes? One more in the front here.
Dylan, this entire season, your coach has had the mentality of one game at a time leading up to this moment right now. Do you say that that's what's gotten to this moment right here, right now?
Yeah, for sure. That's been our motto since day one pitch at a time. When you think about it, really, it just kind of breaks down the game in the best way possible, really. You just control the strike zone, control, the offensive line in baseball. Good things will happen at the end of the day, and I think what we're doing right now is very, very good and very special, and it's going to carry it forward in Omaha.
Okay, we don't have any other questions for the student athletes. We'll release those guys. You guys are free to go, and we'll open the questions for Coach Johnson. Right here in the front. Guys, y'all can leave or you can stay, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, Jay, right here in the front.
Front left.
Can you, I guess, address your relief pitching, how it has progressed during the year after all the injuries and down the stretch, and particularly in this tournament, how it came together, and tonight when it really held the rope?
Yeah, I think, we definitely had some challenges with, Grant going down the Friday before the season with Chase and Garrett going down, and they were pitching as good as you could. I mean, they were two of the best relievers in the SEC through 3 weekends. We just kind of stayed at it. I think the Mississippi State Sunday game, that was tough. But if you look from that point forward, from that point forward, McNeese on Tuesday, Georgia series, the SEC tournament, regional, super regional, I'd say it's been a strength of this team. And I never really doubted the talent. I think, we just needed to help them get lined up a little bit better mentally. I think the two things that we really focused on were making sure that they were ready to get the first hitter out when they come in the game. Like, we're bringing you in to get that guy out to start with. And then when something goes wrong, just to be able to reset and get to the next pitch. And, the two guys that pitched tonight, they've pitched tonight because they're winners. I mean, it's no accident that big boy has been to Omaha twice, and has pitched there and helped us get there twice. I mean, I think it's the second super regional win for him. And with Gavin, man, that dude he's something else. He has got it. And I was joking the other day, but like after the news with Westbrook, after we won the regional, popped his head in my office and said, "Hey, coach, it doesn't matter who's calling a pitch. I'm going to strike everybody out anyways. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow." And take some kind of confidence to do that. But those guys are special, and, great performances all the way through for the bullpen down the stretch.
Right here in the front, Coach.
Coach, I'm sure you were asked this 2 years ago when you took this job, but with some perspective, how did President Tate and Coach and Athletic Director Woodward just sort of pitch this job to you, and just like what does it mean now to be in the College World Series 2 years after that?
Yeah, it means a lot. It started right after kind of heartbreak of losing in the College World Series. I mean, the opening game in 2021, we had the lead against Kumar Rocker and Vanderbilt late, and we'd played great that night. And it was a tough loss in extra innings, and then got eliminated by Stanford. And then they approached me and said, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And probably wouldn't have gone anywhere else, but the gentleman sitting back there, Coach Bertman, made this the place. And I thought, wow, this is a once-in-a-lifetime, once-in-a-career opportunity and dream come true, to be a part of this, with him and all his great players, and Ben McDonald and Todd Walker and all the great assistant coaches. I mean, I grew up, I'm 12 years old, I had an LSU baseball hat on in Northern California, and watching the purple jerseys run around Omaha all the time. And so to get to coach this team in the College World Series is, I'd have a hard time putting that into words, but it's pretty special.
Right in the front here, Coach.
Gavin Guidry, you had two guys warming up in the bullpen. I was wondering, what went into the decision to leave him in for that ninth inning?
Yeah, it got hard because in a good way, the top of the ninth was like 45 minutes long. You have to account for everything. And we were in, we have first and goal on the 5-yard line. We're winning tonight. No doubt about it, in my mind. But the way they just weren't getting swings on him, whether it was right or left, and the breaking ball. And then once we scored, I felt like we had some margin for error. And so you put him back out there. The moment obviously wasn't too big for him. As Coach Bertman talks about, he's past the pressure barrier. For me, the situation never becomes bigger than just him executing his plan. And so we did that, and it allowed us to leave Nate and Thatcher down there. So if you look at if something had really gone wrong, you got Thatcher, you got Nate, you got Javen Coleman for tomorrow. In our offense, I think we would have been okay. And so all of that kind of played into running him out there for the last inning.
Back right, Coach.
Coach Johnson, you shared a moment with Ty Floyd after this game tonight. What was that moment like for you?
I'm so proud of him. There was a point last year, and I know exactly when it was, and he was struggling a little bit because this guy's talented, and we needed him to believe in himself, kind of equating to his talent. And so I just brought him in and just said, "You're going to pitch, and you're going to pitch a lot, and we're going to take the reins off, and I just want you to go for it." And he did. He finished the year great for us. He beat Hurston Waldrop in the regional, and that guy's pretty good last year. And then I asked him to come out of the pen early this year because of the injuries thing, and may not seem like a big deal now, but first Sunday of the year, he closed 3 innings. And then against Kansas State, who ended up being a good team, closed. And it became evident, we need to just put you to Saturday, and we need to go for it. And because Paul has been so out of this world good, I think people have really missed how good a season Ty Floyd has had. And I think about a lot of coaches' teams. There was that big name Friday guy, but there was always a guy on Saturday that was 10-1. You know what I mean? And that's what he's been for us. And I could have left him out there. I had a good feeling about Riley, where we were at in the lineup, not letting him see Ty the third time through. But yeah, I'm so proud of him. And, I thought today was a good outing. Last week before the rain delay was a good lightning delay was a good outing. And then you just keep stacking them up. And that's kind of flipped us to be in the position that we are right now.
Front left, Coach.
Hey, Coach, just what do you think you've learned in your first couple of trips to Omaha that you think can kind of really help this team out this go-around?
Yeah, I think for tonight, it's like they have to enjoy this tonight. Like, tomorrow morning I'll be guns blazing. Who are we playing? What day are we playing? What time? Practices lined up at Creighton and all of those types of things. I think you want them to enjoy getting to the College World Series. I mean, outside of Cooper and Bryce and Christian Little, none of these guys have been there. You know what I mean? So they need to enjoy this. Then you start moving into the last couple weeks haven't been by accident. We have prepared at an elite level. I mean, the last 2 weeks have been awesome. I mean, like back to training camp. January is like my favorite time of the year because it's like we're guns blazing. That's what the last 2 weeks have been. So we're going to have a good practice here Tuesday. Wednesday, we'll fly out there. We'll practice there on Wednesday, practice in the stadium on Thursday. So, enjoy all those things that come along with it. I have no worries about their self-discipline of turning it on when the lights come on. I mean, they're salivating at the bat rack to get to the plate. Everybody wants to take the ball. And so I said this before, or going into last night, the things that we needed to do to win tonight are the same that won us 47 games before that, and it's no different, and I forgot the name. It's not Ameritrade anymore. Charles Schwab Field. Sorry. I was about ready to say Rosenblatt. But it's the same things, and they know what they need to do to prepare, and they know what they need to be when they need to be it, and that gives me great confidence in how we'll take the field on Saturday.
Right here in the front right.
Coach, not even Skip was supposed to win the national championship in his first or second year, but you were kind of supposed to go to Omaha pretty early. So do you feel like relief now, personally?
No. I'm just – this was about the 35 or 38 guys on my team and them getting to dogpile on this field. Cade Beloso and Gavin Dugas have been here for 5 years, been through a lot. They deserve to play there. And if I said I felt relief, that would be taken away of what this is really about. And that's the players, working all the blood, sweat, and tears in the bucket for this opportunity. And I'm happy for them. I'm happy for our program. I'm so honored to be here. Happy for the fans. I mean, talk about an unbelievable performance. And, Dylan hit the double. That topped last week. that topped last week as far as the stadium. And I just love how everybody's behind us. And it makes me happy that they're happy that, they can pack up the motorhome, RVs, hop on a flight, get up there and hang out in Nebraska for 10 to 12 days.
Fall left, Coach.
Yeah, I overheard one of those videos, many videos they do that they put on social media that you tell the team early in the season, you're going to take a picture after every game, and there were going to be lots of pictures. Did you have in mind with this picture and what it might look like and where you might put it? Could you share that, any of those things with us?
Yeah, I mean, you mean the picture after we win the game? Yeah, I mean, I had 2023 on my mind when I came here. I mean, Dylan Cruz is a large reason I accepted this job. I would have come anyways because of Coach and what he did, but that's a special player. That's a generational player, and to get to coach him for 2 years, we worked our way through some things that we just had to improve last year. Won 40 games, played in a regional final against a team that's just still playing today. And, it's almost like 2 years have been wrapped into one. And I'm really proud of what these guys accomplished in terms of the amount of wins now, getting to Omaha, rain out away from, winning an SEC championship, which may be harder to do than winning a national championship. So this is all now just about seizing the opportunity and excited to practice on Tuesday and get them lined up. And and go for it.
Back left.
So Mike, really stressed how much means to him, and I noticed after you guys won, a long conversation with him and an extended embrace. So, one, how much does it mean to you as friends seeing what he did this season, but then secondly, as a coach, knowing the pressures to win at this level and knowing 6 years since he had been able to even make the season.
Yeah, he's a special coach, man, and he's one of my best friends in the world. And when a bracket came out, it was almost like, could it have been somebody else? Could it have aligned? I mean, this is our third super regional that we've won. I played against his team twice. And I just told him after the game that I love him. I think he did the best coaching job of anybody in the SEC this year. Hands down, no question about it. They know how to play. They know how to win. Their pitchers know exactly who they are, how to execute it. They know exactly the style of offense that they are, and they play it great. And we got a little more firepower. And we had this behind us, the Coach Bertman monster behind us. And I just told him someday Kentucky will play in Omaha. And hopefully LSU will be in Omaha at the same time. That would be awesome. If for some reason we're not, I will be there supporting him and his team. I mean, he's a special dude. He's a special competitor. He's a great coach and a great human being.
In the front right here, Coach.
Coach, Josh Pearson said this is the most fun he's ever had this season. What do you think has made it so fun?
I think the guys, they're just so invested. We chose all of them. There was a tipping point last year where it's like, hey, man, if you're going to be on this roster in 2023, great person, good player, great character. So all these guys that are still here, we chose them to be here right now. And then we chose a bunch of them to join forces with them. And then it was this thing of like, wow, that's a pretty good roster. How are you going to manage all that? They made this a no-drama deal. I mean, we are a team in every sense of the word. They love each other. They support each other. We've had guys start and they get taken out of the lineup that had the biggest smiles on their faces. We had guys that weren't playing that were playing, and it hasn't mattered who. It's just been LSU, us, our team, we. And I think it's really uncommon nowadays. And this is young people, they think about themselves before they think about anybody else. These guys have always placed the needs of the team above their own. And that's what I'm the most proud of.
Okay, we'll take one more here in the front.
Coach, it didn't seem like Ty totally had his breaking ball today. How did he sort of navigate that and sort of fight through that today?
Yeah, winners win, and he's a winner. And he has this knack of he's given something up in the first inning in a few starts and then found a rhythm. And we didn't get into the sixth inning today, but he got us 10 outs and then handed it over to somebody that's completely different than him that got us 10 outs. And then turn it over to somebody that's completely different than both of them that got us 7 outs, with us scoring more runs than the other team. And, winners win, and Ty's a winner. I don't know if I want to end. We've got to do one more. Can't have a bad breaking ball question to end this thing. No offense.
One more swing. One more swing. Here we go. Right here in the front.
I guess, what was your message to the guys going into the ninth inning? I mean, you still had a tight lead.
So we don't have a bunch of signs or sayings up. There's a few. If you walk out of the hallway down into the dugout, the big one, it just says one pitch at a time. And what we've tried to do is get them to just master living in the moment. Everybody knew what was on the line today. But it feels so much better to accomplish it when you've invested everything the right way. And they're talented, so it's all going to come back to the play. And so just staying focused, being present, That's what makes them special. That's what makes talented guys play great quite a bit. That's a really good record right there against a hellacious schedule. But nothing has ever been too much for them, you know, and they kept forging forward with a little adversity, and, you know, they're champions, and they've earned the right to go play for a national championship. And saying that is probably the thing that gets me the most. They've earned the right to go play for a national championship, and that's what we intend on going and going for it. And I will not promise it will win it, but everything will be invested by everybody to go do that.
Okay, Coach, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Best of luck in Omaha. Bill, do you have an announcement about credentials I know Kent normally has a 4-page announcement for me to read.
You guys may have seen emails from me earlier in the week and again today. You need to address that link tonight if you have not yet already. They're asking for credentials to be submitted today by this evening. So if you haven't done it yet, please address that link. And if you don't have it, just let me know and I'll send it to you. Thank you.
Bill Frankus has been to Omaha more times than anybody, so you might want to listen to what he says.